Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Silva, Rani, Salwa, Annisa, and I'm from group 11. And in here, I want to explain about sentence and its kinds. And the first, I want to explain the definition. The definition and sentence is a collection of words consisting of a list, a subject, and predicate. And sentence can also be formed from one clause or several clauses. And sentence, according to Sulistyawati, are the smallest part of speech or text that express a linguistic instrument. And according to the KBBI Big Indonesian Dictionary, the sentence the first is the unity of words expressing a concept of thought and feeling, and the second is about words and linguistic, and the third is a language unit that is reality independent, has a final intonation pattern, and actually and potentially consists of clauses. And the next is kinds of sentence. The first is declarative or statement sentence. This type of structure helps in making statement and stating basic information. You can also express an opinion using them, and it's the most common type among 4 types of sentence and is prevalent in most academic writings and verbal speech. And for example is student failed to complete their essay on time, and the next example is my wife loves eating cake in the morning. And the second is exclamatory or exclamation sentence, and you use an exclamatory type to express deep emotions or feelings. And for example is I got on in my research paper, and the next example is that movie was exciting. And the third is imperative or compound sentence, and you use it when giving demand or instructions a period puts in the end. For example is don't stop, and the next example is never speak to like that again. And the fourth is interrogative or question sentence, and this type is simple to understand as it helps in asking questions, and you choose words like why, what, when, where, and do or how. For example is what time will you finish writing your English homework, and what is an adverb, and like that. And the next is simple sentence, compound sentence, and complex sentence. The first is I wanna explain about simple sentence. A simple sentence is a main clause which has no subordinate or clause inside it and function as a sentence in its own right. And a simple sentence is only simple in terms of how it's made up of clause. And however, each contains only one verb phrase, which is highlight everybody, and the film has launched a full investigation. Using compound and complex sentence allow us to do. Let's see how. And number 2 is compound sentence. You may recall that a compound sentence is a sentence with 2 or more main clauses. And in the following example, the speaker has chosen to use a compound sentence instead of two simple sentence. And by link the clause with and, the speaker indicates some kind of link between them. The conjunction and doesn't tell us specifically what kind of link, but we can work out that these are two related facts. And the thousands of people probably help to create the electric atmosphere. What about the following example? What kind of link between clause does and make here? And the conjunction but here relates to comment about letro and contrast them. On the one hand, his character is described as good. On the other hand, the company he keeps inside to the bad. Here is an example where example. I may be staying around to the end of the week or I may go back tomorrow. And here are links together to possible alternative and suggest that these are the only two. And here in an example where many clauses are linked together, a compound sentence. Actually, example: money supply growth is weak. The housing market is flat. Unemployment is rising rapidly and weak settlements are falling. And here the clauses in the actual example are grouped together by punctuation, and this is a way to link together a list of points. And the third is complex sentence. In a complex sentence, a subordinate clause functions as part of main clause. This type of sentence is very flexible, allowing us to make a wide range of different links between situations or ideas. What kinds of meanings do you think are added by the highlight subordinate clause in this example? The first is warm ocean water heat by the sun can't rise because it's already at the top of the ocean. And in conclusion, sentence is a collection of words consisting of a list, a subject, and predicate. Sentence can also be formed from one clause or several clauses. There are 4 of sentence. The first is declarative or statement sentence, and the second is exclamatory or exclamation sentence. The third is imperative, and the fourth is interrogative or question sentence. Simple sentence is only simple in terms of how it made up of clause. And compound sentence is a sentence with 2 or more main clauses, usually joined by a coordinating conjunctions like an but or. Compound sentence is very flexible, allowing us to make a wide range of different links between situations or ideas. And I think enough for my explanation. I say thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.